everybody, and welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob. I'll be your keeper of arcane lore as we dive further into Viral, a Call of Cthulhu modern setting scenario from the Miskatonic Repository. How's it going, everybody? We've got Dasha, Joey, Estelle, and John back with us. Oh, man, what a session we had last week. Some people have said maybe the greatest session in Tabletop Bob history.
Tabletop history.
Tabletop history.
Bold claim
Wow.
right there.
Very bold.
It's bold,
Isn't
but
it table
it's not that
table
crazy.
tapestry?
Table tapestry.
Table tapestry.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid that pun, Dasha.
I don't know if it's going to be what people call it, John.
Calling you
but
out, John.
There's this one Persian tapestry that I saw
But is it
much
a table?
better than what we're doing, but we're like a close second.
Well, you know, we weave a story almost like someone would weave a tapestry, so I could see it. I could see it. Of course, what we're referring to is episode 4 of Viral. The Lemon Grove was such a disturbing place. We'll definitely touch on that in the recap. But you know, tonight, actually, we're going to start with a little quick icebreaker here. And I want to talk about sports, okay? So you're all ready for this? Joey's ready for sports. Yeah. So growing up, Joey knows I, played a lot of sports when I was a kid, baseball. I tried it all, but I was really, and actually I should say John knows this because we ran together, but cross country, track and field, that became my thing as I got older. My son, I actually had a football meeting for him today, like flag football. He's like, little kids running around. And, everything was there. The guy kept saying things like, back in the day, we used to do it this way. We don't do it that way anymore. Now we do this way. We do it that way. We have certifications. We have all these things trying to prove how safe and everything it is. And football was not my specialty. I was not the strongest, most, I don't know what the word would be, physically, like, I was a weakling. All right. That's that's basically what I'm saying here. Actually, I wasn't a weakling, but I wasn't aggressive
You were
like
a
that.
track kid. You were
I was a track kid. Yeah, whatever. I also
You were
played
good at
golf.
running, just not running into other people.
That's it. Put people in my way.
Nothing
Forget
wrong
it.
with that.
Yeah. So anyway, but I was thinking, like, I'm trying to get him to so many sports and doing all these activities, and same with my daughter. Honestly, all these different sports and activities, dance, all that stuff. What are things that you did as a kid that you maybe don't do anymore, or that you loved as a kid, but kind of fell off? And for me, it's certainly baseball. I mean, I still love baseball. Everybody knows my root for my Mets, but stopped playing at like 7th grade. I was done, but I love baseball. It's something that always sticks with me. What's something that you did as a kid, a sport, an activity, something that you really look fondly back on?
Well,
Go, Estelle.
Something that I do miss doing is synchronized swimming.
What? You did synchronized swimming?
Oh,
That's hard.
That's amazing. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Did you do it solo?
No, I had a team, but there are solos.
Wait.
Solos.
Get out of here.
How
You
could
do
it be What are you synchronized to?
Okay. Here's the thing: in regular competitions, there are solos. In the Olympics, there aren't solos
Okay,
because you have to synchronize with something.
right. Well, I guess you're synchronizing to music or timing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
But
okay,
yeah.
so I need to know a little bit more about this. When did you start synchronized swimming? What was the age to get into?
I was in elementary school when I started, actually.
Okay.
I
I
was like
assume you have to learn how to swim first.
It'd be advised, yeah.
Okay.
Was the team was a local over here. It probably still exists. I'm not going to say the name out here, but
Fair enough.
if you think your daughter might be interested, I can send you something.
Okay.
But yeah, there is a community around here that does it, like teams that compete with each other. But yeah, you have like your different routines. You have your solos, duets, trios, and teams, which is 4 or more. I was one of the bigger girls, so I ended up being stood on a lot.
Well, I guess it's a cheerleading, right? You're like the base or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So people would be like standing on my shoulders or like on my like chest and stomach.
Is that hard?
So-
That's got to be hard.
Yes and no. I mean, you have a team that helps you out. The shoulders, I think, is harder than like having somebody standing on you.
Interesting.
And
Were
like
you-
learning like breathing techniques and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's like, were you above the water when this happened, or was it sometimes you were also holding your breath?
A lot of holding the breath there.
Wow.
That's really hard.
Yeah, and you'd have to wear like nose clips for it.
Oh,
We'd wear like waterproof makeup. Um,
this is incredible. I didn't
we
know
have
you did
a-
all this. This is so awesome.
we had like custom made swimsuits that my mother heroically put the sequins on herself.
Damn.
Aw, it's so
We had
cute.
the headpieces. Here's the best part with the hair though. Do you know how hard it is to keep your hair up in the water?
I do not.
So you're supposed to have your hair in a bun. And in order to keep it there, regular like hair gel does not work. So before competitions, we'd wake up at like 5:30 or 5 in the morning, and we'd make a bunch of flavorless jello and apply it to the hair.
What?
To keep it in place.
Like a jello you would eat?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And it keeps it there?
Yes, it does.
Wow.
It actually makes your hair really soft when you wash it out. But the places we would compete at hated us because everyone kept trying to wash their hair there instead of waiting to go home.
Well, please tell me it wasn't like red jello.
No. It was flavorless. It was
It
flavorless.
would look like blood all over the place.
It's just the gel, no O.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Wow, Estelle, this is fascinating. I think at some point I may need to do a whole conversation about this because this is wild. I didn't even know that existed near us. So, wow.
Yeah, no, there are a few teams around here.
Okay, all right, that's awesome. I love it. I love it. That was such a wholesome moment, wouldn't you say, Joe? Wholesome.
So cute.
What about you, Joey?
Uh,
I know some of your activities. Some of them we can't speak of here.
Hey. That was supposed to be off screen and all time. No. I really miss Legos.
Legos.
I really miss Legos.
Thinking more like athletics, Joey. But yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Legos.
You know, Legos is a sport.
So go
Yeah,
ahead.
Yes,
Tell
if
us.
you throw them at someone's face repeatedly.
Is that not what you did?
That's what I did.
I wasn't really a sports. I do miss playing frisbee. With
There we
like
go.
like ultimate frisbee. Oh my
Mhm.
god, just running around. We used to play in front of a church. Because they were just like a field over by like Rye High School.
Mhm.
And it was pretty sick. Like I don't know. Just like the idea of like getting out of school and being like, all right, well, I have to like wait an hour for my parents to pick me up. Let's all go play ultimate frisbee.
There's
Yeah,
like
yeah, it was a lot
a
of
freedom to it,
But
right?
seriously,
Like it's
I
like
miss
that's the
Legos.
thing you did, you know?
It's like,
What's that? What was the last part? I didn't hear it.
yeah. Oh no,
I didn't
really
hear
miss
what you
Legos.
said. What did you say?
I'm just like, I'm so sorry. My internet is.
Oh yeah, Joey's having
no,
some
I said-
internet
I said-
issues. That's right. I missed it
Yeah.
again. But
I said I.
so, for those of you wondering, Joey was saying that he had some internet issues over the week, but he got them fixed today. But it seems to be having some lags here. So Joey, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, but am I like a step behind or?
It
No,
sounds
we
like
can
there
hear you
might
just
be
fine. You're kind of mumbling a little bit.
Oh, okay. That's because I have my hand in my mouth.
So go on.
Okay, seriously though, I miss Legos more than Ultimate Frisbee, like by like a lot.
Hey, look, when you're a kid and you have that thing, it's like, you know, it's the time you had. You don't have the time you had when you were a kid anymore. So you can't like just always set aside and be like, I'm going to do Legos today. I wish we could. I will tell you though, if you have children, Joey, it's a great excuse to do those things. And now he's frozen.
It is.
No, there-
I've noticed with my.
Sorry, Joe. Can you hear us?
Oh, wait,
Oh boy.
I can hear you like on time.
Okay.
Like I can see like your lips are syncing with your audio. I noticed mine are not.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, that's all
Hey,
right.
Bob,
Relax.
I gotta be honest. I think you're just messing with your cousin because he's coming in pretty on time for me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's
All right.
pretty clean. I almost feel like you're on purpose stepping on him.
Interesting. No, I'm not. But maybe that's what it is. But anyway, so Joey, thank you for sharing. We're gonna jump to John now.
Rude.
So this is a tough question. I have definitely quite a few thoughts. Like the first one that comes to my mind though is like something that I did with my father, which, you know, there was not a lot of Johnny Daddy time growing up.
Mm.
He worked his ass off a lot, so it was not a lot. So I really think of bowling. I was really good. I was like 9 or 10 the first time I broke 200. Like I was in a father-son bowling league all the time.
What?
And yeah, it was we were good. And I'm not that good anymore. Because I bowled like 10 times in the last 10 years. If that. But yeah, so I really think of bowling, and I think more of it was just remembering like how much I did it like every week with my dad, twice a week, and all those memories of us like being really good at bowling and like competing in this father-son bowling league, which was really cool. And I really wanted to pick up the slack because it was like a bunch of like little kids that weren't all that good and their fathers who were, you know, pulling in the slack. And yeah, so I maybe I was 12 by the first time I bowled 200. But yeah, I have all those memories of that, and it was great. I mean, like we ran track together. I remember running a 5-minute mile. I remember all these other things that are great. I love basketball, but the thing that really sticks out was this weekly thing I did with my pops.
No, that's awesome. I mean, sometimes when you do something with your parents, siblings, whatever,
Yeah.
it becomes special because it's who you did it with. You know. Yeah, absolutely. All right,
Yeah.
Dasha, follow that up.
Oh man, that's hard to follow up. So
Read-
sentimental.
Reading
How
doesn't
Tony
count.
is that?
Very Tony. Very Tony.
It's all about
Um,
family. You know.
Yeah.
Dasha,
Well,
reading doesn't count, by the way.
Yes, I'm aware. Well,
Are-
my family not made me, but like encouraged me to literally try whatever the heck I wanted. So I did, I think, every possible extracurricular except for softball. I never played softball, but I tried a lot of stuff. The one thing I consistently did, I'm not a big team sports person. I played soccer, I think, the most consistently, which was fun. But my big thing was dance. Like since I can remember being alive, I've been taking ballet classes. I remember being in the little like toddler ones, and I continued up through early high school. I'm now very into folk dancing from a variety of regions around the world, but a lot from Eastern Europe. That's my background. So I was in a folk dance ensemble. We traveled a little bit with performances. We performed at a lot of like local festivals in my hometown. So that's my big like love is folk dancing, and it's something I really missed for a long time. But I recently actually found a class here, a dance class that it's Georgian folk dancing, or not just Georgian, but a lot of folk dances from the Caucasus region of the world. So not Georgia the state, by the way, Georgia the country, other places. Yes, yeah, other places in that region in the Caucasus, and that is by far my favorite dance genre of dance styles. Just if you've look up Georgian folk dancing on the internet, the music
People are doing
is
it right now. People are
one
doing
of the most like
It's
one
so
of the most
cool.
the drum beat is insane. There's like accordion, there's bagpipes, there's like wind instruments that are played. The movements, depending on the region of Georgia, the movements are very distinct, especially between men and women. The men have very like almost like warrior like dances. Often the dances are literally representing battle, and they fight on stage with swords and shields. The women's dance is a little bit different. It's very feminine, sometimes a little more flirty, sometimes very reserved, very stoic. Men and women typically don't like actually physically touch during the dances, except during maybe one or two styles. But that's my like big love in terms of the dance world. And I
Wow.
just found a dance studio like a few months ago, so I've been trying to go once a week. So I think the thing I miss the most is having more time to do dance. I wish I had more time than just going once a week. Yeah, that's my big thing I did. The other thing I miss is martial arts. I did karate for a long time, and I don't have time anymore.
Damn.
But I would go back if I had time.
Oh, I did karate too. Like for,
Oh,
like,
nice.
for,
What
like,
belt?
a year.
What belt were you?
I got yellow belt, and then
Oh,
I
that's
quit.
a great achievement. Good job. Good job. Nice.
Oh
I
man.
I will admit though, it did come in handy in like a fight. Some guy tried to like instigate like a fight with me. and so he tripped me, and like the only thing I knew how to
Gosh.
do was like roll.
Yeah, they teach you how to fall.
Like,
Like, that's the biggest thing is they teach you how to fall properly without breaking a bone. Actually, dance came in handy during karate because yes, everyone made fun of me for being like too graceful or too nice, but my sensei had me lead the stretching and the warm-ups, and I was the only girl in a room full of grown men and teenage boys, and I had them on the ground crying, trying to do the splits. And I'm just chilling in the splits because I do this every day in dance class, and I felt powerful in that moment.
Wow.
A little bit sadistic, a little bit powerful. It was a 14-year-old Dasha was having a power trip. It was great.
That's biological. That's not.
It was awesome because they kicked my ass. They kicked my ass every day during sparring, so that was my one time where I could get back at them a little bit.
Well, you know, Georgian dance is amazing because they really learned how to dance super well while they invented wine. So they were all drunk off their asses, dancing around drunk. I love the idea of Georgian dance.
Oh man.
And look it up if you're in the chat right now. Look it up and let us know what you think. 'Cause it's literally, I think, the best dance style ever.
This is crazy. I knew
One of the greatest
dance.
countries in the world.
Wait,
Let's
even
Yes.
better than flossing?
free Georgia.
Awesome.
1000%.
Can
Yes.
I say that?
Yeah. Agreed.
I knew you did dance. I didn't know like it was that intricate or that style or specific. My daughter's in dance. I don't know really have any really understanding of what it ends up looking like as an adult. But she seems to have fun, so we'll keep doing it as long as she wants to do it.
I think every child should do dance, no matter boy or girl, because it will help you with every other sport. Keep yourself safe because you learn how to control your muscle groups. You learn how to stretch. And that way, even if you become a football player later on, you have better body control. And so you're less injury prone. So highly recommend boy or girl, whatever sports they want to do later, dance or gymnastics is a good place to start for just safety.
Well, I'll tell you a place that's not very safe. And that's
This island.
Isola di Malamente.
Oh,
You like that segue?
but wait, but we're coming here for vacation.
No, you're not here for vacation. You're here for work.
Hey, Joey, would you like a bite of an
Work.
orange? Lemon?
I already took one.
Well, let's see. Let's recap for everybody in the chat what happened last week. There are a couple of key moments that I want to highlight here because it was a wild episode. You made it to the island. Ultimately, the crew is, I feel like, on a high, right? You were all excited. There was the build up to this. Everybody except for Tony. Tony is a little spooked at this point, based on your vision at the hospital and all the other events that led to this. You feel like this is a bad omen, that this place has got some evil within. Now, what it exactly is and how it's connected to the patient, you're unsure, but you're spooked out by a lot of things you've seen. When you got to the island, you went to the watchtower, the lighthouse. You connected all the wireless for Wi-Fi routers, and then you moved on. You saw the beach that perhaps the teenagers will be at later tonight, partying in the little cove area. Everything on this little tiny part of the island, it's almost like a separate island, seemed very tame, very normal. Till you got to the Weeping Bridge. The Weeping Bridge is the famous place where people would come and place dolls or totems on the bridge. It's supposed to, be warding away spirits, things like that. And Tony and Zach had a fight, a little shove fight, but Tony almost lost his life by falling over the bridge during this. And once you pulled him back on and everything like that, Tony kind of announced to the group that he feels like there's an evil here, that he is scared, that he's seeing things, and it seems like not everybody believes him, especially Annabelle. Annabelle doesn't seem to believe him very much. And if you check in the Discord, you can see Annabelle's got a text message that she sent to her ex-boyfriend.
Sort of. Like, I put in my character sheet when it was asking for like significant people, like on again, off again, boyfriend back in LA. I like to imagine she doesn't like to get too committed. She doesn't like labels. She likes to be her own free, independent woman. But I feel like when she's feeling maybe scared or nervous, she gets a little bit vulnerable. She maybe wants that closeness again. So that was, things are getting a little sketchy, a little dicey on the island. And so maybe she's reaching out for a little bit of support. I was thinking about it. I don't know if the text would have actually sent. I'm assuming because they have Wi-Fi and I think she has an iPhone, it could have gone through, but like...
it went through.
It went through, okay.
He left it on red, though.
He left it on red. Damn it, Hunter. Okay.
What is your?
Oh, his name is Hunter.
Ah,
Oh,
I looked up. I
man.
looked up Los Angeles most popular like boys' names or guys' names or something like that.
Oh.
Hunter was on the list. Yeah.
So perfect. Hunter would totally leave it on red.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hunter's
Well,
also
to
having
be
a
fair, she-
soy mocha.
Hunter's
latte.
Hunter's a surfer who's vegan. He lives like right by the beach somewhere. And she kind of like, I mean, it's implied in the text that she sent, but she kind of like disappeared. Like she left, like she stayed over one night and then in the morning she was just gone with like just a note on the counter. She left the number of the hotel they were in. So she didn't really say goodbye. They're both not great people. So like, this
She
is not
ghosted
the first
him?
time she ghosted him. He's ghosted her. This is a cycle. This has been
just
going.
their relation.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, she's I think feeling a little scared, and she's just decided to put some information out there about like letting one person in her life know like, hey, I'm in Italy, like I'll reach out. If I don't reach out, you should inquire after me. Maybe call the
Wait.
hotel.
Are you telling me Hunter is not hunting you down?
Maybe he will be after tonight. We'll see if she disappears with no
Well,
trace. I
You
don't know.
ghosted him. You might get ghosted tonight.
Yeah, we'll
So-
see.
Bum.
So anyway, so after the crew sets up the Wi-Fi and headed to the Weeping Bridge, the altercation, a voice rang out, and John, I think Tony was the only one that heard this, correct? Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah, a girl's voice rang out saying that the what was it? There was a specific word, and I don't want to say the wrong thing, but
Shadow
the
Man.
the Shadow Man. I was going to say
Shadow
the bad
Man.
man, but the Shadow Man can't get to you. Can't cross the bridge. But the crew did not hear this. Only you picked this up with your sight, the power you have, and we pressed on. Zach,
Stop the Shadow Man. The Shadow Man can't cross the bridge.
that's it.
Yet Joey still decided to touch it.
Well, when you cross the
no,
bridge,
that was after.
yeah, when you cross the bridge on the other side, you saw some weird symbol in the ground. It was like imprinted onto a mosaic that was at the foot of the bridge. And yeah, look at that. There it is, Estelle. Estelle's showing a picture that she drew of it. It does look like kind of like a little stick leaf or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you went to the lemon grove, which, the lemon grove was weird. We learned that large lemons are not that uncommon, but these were pretty large in some of them. And when you cut a few of them open, they had some weird effects. When Zach opened the first lemon, he gained some powerful visions. You heard the same little girl that Tony had been clamoring about, or at least a girl's voice. You also, at the end, had a vision, which we'll touch on in a second. And then, I think it was Dasha, yes, Annabelle opened another lemon, but this one squirted out lemon juice that stained your skin, your clothes, and unfortunately got on Zach's green
Zach's
jacket. Yeah, it was very upsetting. All along, we've been receiving super chats from the people on the YouTube chat, as well as our YouTube chat, which is really cool. And we'll be starting that up in just a second. But yeah, at the end of the episode, Zach had a vision of monks traveling around with plague masks, dumping what looked like raw meat, flesh, bones, discarding them at the base of the trees near the roots, as well as dumping a lot of the refuse into a some sort of a drainage, system. A little hole in the wall, grate in the floor. Excuse me, a grate in the floor that drained below. And that's where we left off. I do want to say one thing here about mechanics. Dasha, you get a luck roll. Not a luck roll, a d6 extra to luck because you did a post in the Discord. So go ahead and roll your d6. Just call out what you get because I don't have that open right now.
Hey,
6.
6.
6 extra luck. What's your total at?
56.
Nice. Excellent. And then I want to read something here from the rule book about insanity. So, John, you're close to being temporarily insane. You've lost 4 sanity in the day. Other people have lost maybe 1 or 2 or something like that, but you've lost 4. So I'm going to read a couple things here. If an investigator were to lose 5 or more sanity from a single source, okay, keep that in mind, a single source, you have to make a sanity roll, which we'll talk about in a second. If you fail, you ultimately have to make an intelligence roll to fully understand the scope of what is going on. So, for instance, if you're kind of dumb and you fail, which is probably most likely, you won't have a bout of madness because you're just too dumb to realize what happened to you. If you're actually quite intelligent, you'll realize the dire nature of the situation and have succumbed to that bout of insanity. Now, if you lose 5 or more sanity points in one game day, you become indefinitely insane. No investigator can simply shrug off this amount of sanity drain in one day. A day would be defined by the keeper, but obviously for us, it's definitely this day that we're in. Depending on the situation, that might mean surviving till dawn, sitting for a nice cup of tea or a good night's sleep. That could remove or recover some of your insanity. But yeah, when you first do this, you get a bout of madness, and there's a table to roll on, and I'm not going to spoil it because there's a special table in this book. But yeah, normally in the Keeper's Handbook, there's a typical bout of madness chart that we'll roll on, but this one's got a special one. And I will say Call of Cthulhu is kind of unique. I see every scenario I've ever seen kind of has its own table that's unique to the game, so I feel like most of the time, unless you're doing something your own or it's very generalized, you don't really roll the one in the book. So anyway, that's the mechanics. Let's get that now out of the way, and let's get started on this adventure.
Bob,
So I'm
I
gonna
have
bring
a
up
quick
the map.
question. Sorry to derail you,
Yeah, good.
but just last time we played Call of Cthulhu on the channel,
Mhm.
did anyone take a bout of madness?
I think you did.
I think I did, but like at the end or
At the
earlier
end.
on?
At the end, you went crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was at the
Yeah.
end in the final combat in Mr. Corbett. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
and it was actually quite terrifying because I think one of the things that options was like turning on the group. So
Oh, God.
yeah.
Spoilers.
Well, if you haven't watched
Go-
Mr. Corbett, that's over
watch
a
it
year
now.
old. Yeah, go watch that now.
Please
Um,
do. Very proud of it. It was very fun.
Watch this first, and then go watch that.
Yes, watch this first, then go back and watch that. Okay, so we're gonna get back into the game, and that means the live stream is on. Just kidding. We're not doing the intros yet because right now we're in the Lemon Grove. Zach, you just saw that image of these monks dumping meat, flesh into the ground, into that drainage, and you come back, and this was a vision of probably the past. You assumed it seemed like it wasn't this time period, but you come back to reality. You look around, you see all your friends. You've got the lemon juice all stained all over your jacket, which I think you've thrown off at this point. What's going on here? What are you doing?
Well, as soon as Zach, sort of comes back to reality, has his like senses sort of come back to him.
Mhm.
Sorry, I think I have. Sorry,
Everything
we're
good?
babysitting the dog, and it seems to be at my door for some reason.
Oh, the dog's at your door?
The dog's at my door. Sorry.
all right.
Sorry.
It's in the
wait.
lemon grove. Don't let it in. The lemon grove is poison.
So as soon as Zach comes back to reality, after what he perceives to be like some sort of like quick acid trip from eating these strange lemons, he immediately goes, "Well, that was weird," and starts crying about his jacket.
Okay.
Doing everything he can to just get these stains out. Even though like the stream is on, the camera's on him, he's just crying like a baby.
I think we cut to commercial real quick there.
All right, we go to commercial, the wait screen. Remember, Maya is in the chat. She's your stream moderator and really just your kind of eyes in the sky, sort of, so to speak. She's the one who sent you all the documents and has been communicating and helping Margaret coordinate this whole plan. But she'll text you, Margaret, and say, "Was Zach just crying?"
Yes. And like I'm texting back like, yes.
looked-
He was. It's his jacket. Did I?
No. Not the
I'm
green
trying to
one.
remember if Margaret would actually keep like a spare jacket around that's the exact copy or not.
Well, I don't think
Because
so.
I don't know. Has this
It's like a
happened before?
goldfish.
His mom sent you the replacement just so you can have it, just in case, because this has happened before.
Is that true, Bob? Do I have an extra one?
It's up to you. Would you like to make a luck roll to see if you have one?
Yeah, I'd like to make a luck roll.
Go for it. A
Ah,
success.
yeah, feeling lucky.
You bring one extra with you. That's all you got.
Okay. Okay. I'll try. I'll go over to Zach and be like, Zach, it's okay. It's okay. So your coat is fine.
What? Wait, I feel like you should trick me into thinking like you
shit.
can clean my jacket
Okay. Okay.
and then just like switch it out.
Give it to me. I got some Kleenex.
You can
Let me
clean it?
clean it up. Yeah, I got it. Zach. Here, give.
You get it out. You get the stain
It's gonna be it's gonna be okay. And I go like behind the tree.
Yeah,
I like, is Tony nearby?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna throw the dirty jacket at him. It's like, go hide that. And I gotta go back over to Zach. Be like, here, it's all better now.
Wait, what? Wait, how did you do that?
I'm very good at my job.
Oh my god! He starts bringing out. He hugs Margaret for the first time. This is
Margaret's like all stiff and it's like, there.
the most uncomfortable hug.
He's like sobbing into your shoulder.
Mm.
He's
While
crying.
Tony's
like,
picking up the jacket, he whispers, "She prefers to be called Marge."
Zach has like an unintentional slip and calls her mom.
I love it.
There.
Too good.
He's freaking out. He thinks he's tripping on lemons.
I have an important question though. Does Todd take a picture?
Very nice.
Todd's ready with the camera at all times. Yeah, Todd will put down one of the. I guess he'll put down his camera at this point because you're not on stream, and he will go over and bend down and pick up one of the lemons that you dropped. Maybe the one that
Yeah, which
Annabelle
one?
dropped that exploded, and you can see it's like oozing this like tan juice. It looks like there's flies that are swarming it now, and he'll like swat them away. He'll look gross and gross and disgusted, and raise it up, and you can see the juice dripping down. And he'll
What does
like
Todd
grab.
say?
He doesn't say anything, but he makes a disgusted look at all of you, and he's like, "Ugh."
Annabelle is still like furiously trying to scrub this stuff off her skin to the point that her skin is like turning red. She's scrubbing so hard. She does not like to look bad. She does not like to look bad on camera. So the fact that she has like this gross rotten lemon stuff all over her is not her vibe. So she's trying to get it off. She's tried hand sanitizer. She has like a lotion she put on to see if that would like get it off somehow. But it's like not working, and she's like at the point of like tears of frustration. She's like, it's not coming off. Like, I can't look like this on the camera. I can't.
I thought you packed a bunch of foundation.
Yeah, but that's not going to cover it completely. I use an organic mineral non-GMO foundation that it's like sheer coverage, is not total coverage.
You're just gonna make do. We're mostly in the dark anyway. I'll put some filters over on the video.
Okay.
Okay.
She starts to take some deep breaths. She like closes her eyes and starts to like meditate.
Is it a stain or is it a burn?
It's a
stain.
stain, I think. Or did it burn also?
Nope, it didn't burn whatsoever, but it's not
hot
coming
burn.
off. And
Okay.
I'll be honest with you, you've tried it all. You've tried everything to get it off at this point. I mean, it wasn't even that like, it wasn't even like dry on you either, right? Like it was still wet. You wiped it off, and most of it was, on your shirt. I think you said you were wearing like a sundress or something.
Oh, it's on the shawl, I think, a lot of it. So yeah, she's wearing like she's wearing like a top, a long flowy skirt, and she had her shawl. So I think it mostly got like her from her elbows down, and maybe even some on her face.
No, we rolled a luck roll. You
Oh,
did
that's
not
right,
get
not
it
on her face.
your
Yes, thank God. Thank God. Okay.
Mhm.
Honestly, she would not be able to live through that.
No worries.
No.
You definitely got it on your body though, like your arms, maybe
Yes.
your legs, or any part that would be exposed.
Yeah.
And obviously your clothes are ruined.
Mm-hmm.
It's iodine. You're good.
She's like taking shaky, but like trying to take deep breaths and like do a little standing meditation to calm herself.
I remember getting that on my skin once. I mean, I used to have an aquarium, and I did like the pH test, and I got it. It'll come off in like 3 or 4 showers. I mean, don't worry about it. It's just iodine.
Annabelle.
No lemon.
Annabelle, just give your like shawl to Margaret. She'll fix it.
Oh my god, can you?
Yeah, she'll
hand you the shawl.
She fixed my jacket.
I mean, I can make the shawl disappear, but I can't guarantee another one will show up.
No, Margaret, you do have a number of shawls from the priest, remember?
Oh yeah, a bunch of
True.
Yeah, I'll
You
do
do.
the same trick again.
From Padre Angelo. Yeah, Padre Angelo gave you like 5 shawls. So anything to cover
I'll
her up.
toss the dirty one at Tony again when I hope nobody is looking, and I pull out the other one.
Yep, happy
here
to
we go,
cover.
Anna.
Right here with you.
So
I'll take the other one.
yeah, so that you get cleaned up as best you can. I mean, you are certain that this is not coming off, or at least not with any means that you have here. Give me a what's the? I just want to make sure I'm saying the right terms here. What's like your intelligence roll? What is it called? Intelligence?
I believe
Yeah,
it's called
intelligence.
aptitude for academics. Except no.
No, I think it's is it intelligence? It
Yes.
is-
Under characteristics, we have intelligence. Correct.
Okay,
I
yeah, it's
rolled
not
a
a
fail.
skill, right? Yeah. Although I do have to correct myself on one thing. I think I said in either last stream or the stream before that brawl is like not a you don't check the box. I think you do actually. When you succeed
Oh.
at brawl, you do check the box. So I don't know if any. I think you both failed when you fought each other, but yeah. So okay, so Dasha, give me a intelligence roll.
And we roll. Sorry, silly question. We rolled a green.
Mhm.
Click on the green die, right? Okay, perfect. Just want to make sure I don't do it wrong. Success.
You get the sense that whatever stained you is not going to come off by normal means. Like there might be some other chemical that you can Google later or find or whatever that would get it off. But like this seems relatively permanent. You're hoping that it's not truly permanent, but you know that this is not going to come off. This is like automatically something you can sense that is not coming off with the means you have now.
Annabelle is hyperventilating a little bit.
But
Like she's
also-
trying to do her like deep breath,
Yeah.
but she's like, like cannot actually control her breathing. She does not want to be tattooed with this stuff for life.
Yeah, it's like henna.
Yeah, pretty much. She's not
Mhm.
ready for that kind of commitment.
All right, so you're hyperventilating. Zach is much happier that he's got his new jacket. Tony, what is Tony doing?
Well, it's the same jacket.
That's right. He's happy he got his jacket cleaned.
Tony is totally here helping Margaret hide these things because he's doing is facing forward, looking at the main building and what's coming at us. Like totally not concerned with these little panic attacks among these in Tony's head. Small-brained, misguided individuals.
I actually approached Tony as he's coming back. I'm like,
And Tony kind of freaks out when you get closer. Whoa, whoa, hey, Zach,
Tony.
Zach,
Tony.
what's up, Zach?
hey,
How you doing?
So you were talking about the Shadow Man before when we were on the bridge.
Yeah.
What the hell is that? Because I don't know. I swear to God, these lemons must be like ayahuasca, like flavored or something. But like I saw a vision and there was this girl talking about the Shadow Man. And I'm just tripping, right? Like I'm just right.
Oh my God, Zach, you saw a little girl?
Yeah, because like I'm on drugs right now, right?
So just because Tony wants the opportunity his whole life, the last 3 years, he smacks Zach real good.
Oh.
Hey Zach, look at me.
Huh.
You're not on drugs.
No,
I didn't have
I put my hands on your face, but like in a gentle way.
yeah.
Like I have to be on drugs right now because like
Nah.
I was wondering like this jacket has a new smell to it. I don't know what's going on.
Nah, Zach, I didn't have no drugs, all right? And I heard the same little girl. I mean, she told me about the Shadow Man, and he can't cross that bridge. And hey, Zach, I know we all of us, all of yous. Now I'm talking to everyone here. I've been trying to tell yous that this is different than the. And I look over to Margaret and I say, "Are we live right now?"
We're on commercial right now. We're trying to get to the next location.
Cool. This is different than all the others, like bullshit we've.
Wait,
done
hold
before.
on. This is actually would be great for ratings for you to say this right now. Okay. Todd, put it online.
Are you sure? All right.
Zach
All
We're
right,
live. We're live.
Okay, I
But-
put it live, and I lean over to Annabelle and be like, "Look, just keep the shawl like over your hands, like it's spooky ghost thing, okay? Just to help hide it, all right?"
Okay, fine.
And we'll deal with
Tony
the
is
stain
not
on
looking
the
at the camera. He's talking to Zach. I'd like to think it's on his back, but that's Margaret's decision.
Zach is like sort of facing the camera, like it's like it's an over the shoulder shot, but from like far away.
But you have the mics on you, so we hear it clearly.
John likes it.
It's on my side.
This is different than the other bullshit we've done. I mean, you're not gonna
Come
believe
on.
me, but I've always seen, dead people, but they're usually, they're not, they're normal. They're all right. They say like, "Oh, I was killed not the way I wanted to be," or, "My husband hid the gold," and they were normal. It was no big deal, like, "Please avenge me," just normal dead people stuff. This is the first time I've ever had.
Okay, so you are on drugs, and I'm on drugs, and this is way too crazy.
Zach,
For you to be telling me anything
You hear
about-
Margaret from behind the camera. Zach, no drugs. Say no to drugs.
Zach, Tony now grabs you by the face. Okay, and I put like my finger over your mouth. Shh. Shh. No
By the way,
drugs.
This is live, correct?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
putting this live.
So Tony has just admitted to the world that he can see dead people.
And then gently caressed Zach's face.
But remember, Tony said, "Margaret, we're not live, right?" And she said yes.
Yes, she.
But then I also immediately said, "Oh, but we should put this live."
I thought
She
that
did
was
it.
in your head. Can that
No,
be in
she-
your
Nah,
head?
She did
it.
She needs Todd to
Yeah.
know.
And I even said something like, "All right, we're live." So it's fine. It's actually great. Tony doesn't even know that we're live. It's great.
No, he's done. He's so done at this point. You guys have no idea how close to scared is. Oh God.
Oh my god.
So I shush you in like the very gentle way you would imagine a very giant man to
Todd,
shush
put hearts.
a
Put
very
hearts over the
little
camera.
man.
Zach is like,
You like that?
Hey, Zach, stop licking my finger, all right? Just stop talking.
Todd's taking pictures.
Oh.
Those
I
will be
mean-
on Instagram later.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
Out of
different
context.
than all the. They're gonna be sold on like foot friend finder or some shit like that.
but
I got you, Bob. I broke you.
oh my god.
So anyway, as all this is going on, you get a phone call from my Estelle, Margaret.
All right.
Gets a phone
Yep.
call.
Yeah.
Margaret,
What's up?
babes, what's going on?
I think gold is going on right now.
Uh,
Tony was always a favorite anyways, so we might as well show him off.
I didn't
seems
know this
really
was going to be a
determined.
storyline for this season.
You know what? I didn't either, but you know what? I saw the opportunity and I went for it.
Look, not to rush you or anything, but if we're going to stay on the itinerary, you got to get moving. You got to get to the cremation
I'm
pit.
trying.
You got to get to the cremation pit. Then you got to go check out the mass graves. You've got to go to the hospital. You got to get to the undercroft so you can do the Ouija board, and that's all by midnight.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get them to move on.
Okay. Well, I just want to let you know that things are great. We've already got. We're only a few thousand away from the million now. So when we get to midnight,
crazy.
it's gonna be gold.
That's me. Do you think you could mess around with the numbers a bit and delay it showing when it reaches a million, so it's right at the stroke of midnight?
I can make that happen. I'll set up the graphic and I'll set up the counter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
We'll make it work. Good idea. All right,
Right.
babes. Well, have a great rest of the night, and
Wish-
let me know if
wish
you need
me
anything.
luck. All right, of course.
Okay. And you got the blueprints I sent you, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Good. Excellent. All
All
right.
right,
Bye.
All right.
While this is happening, Annabelle is like checking her phone to see if Hunter texted back. And I don't think he has. Will he
Hunter,
ever love her again
you
with
see-
his stained hands?
All
You see
right,
you see the thing that says Hunter is typing,
Ooh.
and then nothing.
Annabelle puts her phone away and just like shoulders
Right.
kind of like hung, keeps starts walking towards wherever they're walking next.
All right, guys. Okay, let's get to the cremation pit. Let's go.
Okay, so you start to move. Happy to be out of the Lemon Grove, you take a turn to the north. It's easy to find because as soon as you go north, you find a little pathway that leads. Looks like it's the midway between the hospital and the cremation pit. So you follow the road to the northeast, and you get to the pit. I do have some artwork, so I'm going to switch this over in a second. Let's make sure I got it here. So the cremation pit. So, John, I think Tony, when you first got to the island,
Yeah.
or Perla, you made a spot hidden check and you saw that there was some sort of smoke in the distance.
Yes.
You feel like as you're getting closer, you smell like charred, burned something. Maybe it's wood, maybe it's, and that might have been making the smoke signals that you saw earlier. When you get to this pit, you definitely know it must have been the case because something's there. You see a big cremation pit sitting at the center of a large clearing. It's a 40-foot diameter crater. It looks like the ground here is overgrown, but the pit itself is just a mound of dirt, basically, has a mound of dirt surrounding it. And it doesn't look that overrun. The true depth of it, though, is kind of hard to tell because the bottom is filled with ash and charred remains. The center is what looks like the blackened, smoldering corpse of a large animal, maybe that the size of a dog or a pig. What do you do?
Annabelle
Oh.
turns around and throws up.
Apologies. One last thing before you throw up. The rim of the pit is marked with the stubs of several hundred candles, which have fused into a mass of wax from decades of previous candles, forming a pale ring around this profane pit here. And I do have a handout that I'll show you in a second, but you may discuss your reactions here.
Oh, I mean, Tony's got a bunch of questions. None of them are audible. I can go last.
You were walking,
Annabelle's
so
throwing up.
you're throwing up. You were walking, so
Yes.
you're not live at this moment, but you're about to go live. So what do you
Yeah.
do, Margaret?
I'm gonna turn to Tony. Tony, need to make sure if there's anybody nearby right now. Make sure the scene is safe. I'm going to. There's nobody. We don't see anybody here, right?
There's nobody here. I'm gonna share the artwork with you, and then you can react.
Oh. Okay. So I need to make sure. Okay, in order for the stream to run, I need to make sure the scene is safe. So I'll make sure there's nobody else around. So I need Tony to do that, which means that I have to go in the circle, make sure there's nothing like weird in there.
Okay, well,
Tony's very happy to get away from all you people and do his own thing right now.
Yeah, Tony, just see if there's people around.
As Tony walks away, I sort of like stare at him, like wondering, like, what the hell is he?
All right. Okay, Zach, I'm going in the circle. You're going to follow in once the stream starts. Okay, I'm just making sure it's safe for you. All right. So be ready.
Are we lighting these candles? I think it'd be cool.
Are they already lit?
They're not lit. I know the artwork looks lit, but they're
okay.
not lit because, well, you just showed up, and
I tell Todd to help me light these candles.
Todd takes out his Zippo lighter.
All right, make sure you leave a spot for me to be able to get out of here.
All right,
Annabelle is like on her hands and knees, like post throwing up, and is like, Zach, don't you dare get near that. That is disgusting. Stay away. There's a dead animal in there.
This yeah, but it's cool.
That dead animal looks like it's been burned, like it's been sacrificed or something. I don't know. I knew there was some weird stuff on this island. I know there's probably some like satanic stuff going on. I know the teens, the youth think this is like a cool place to go. I'm sure they're doing their weird things here, but do not get near that animal.
Well, it's got to be fake. It's not even a real animal. Here, watch. I go up to it, and
So two things, Joey.
Nah, you're mad far away.
You are, it's a 40-foot pit, right? So you want to step.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Do you want to step over the line of wax?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, because Zach is like confident that like this is not real. None of this is real. This is
Tony throws something at him in his face,
like a
from wherever distance he's
some
at.
dirt, a mound of dirt, a handful of dirt.
Exactly.
Get dirt on you.
A rock
Or
he
rock.
picked up.
Well, Joey, here's the thing. You are heading into this pit to show Annabelle that it's fake. But you get a text from Maya saying, not Maya, Joey, apologies. Margaret, you get a text from Maya saying, "Are we going live? Are you at the pit?"
Yes, we're going live right now. I was going to try to make sure everything was safe, but never mind.
Joey goes into the pit. Zach goes into the pit.
Yeah.
Tony, you throw a rock at him.
Todd.
Zach, do you want to try to dodge this rock?
Would I see it? Like, would I have the opportunity to?
Yeah. Give me a dodge roll, and John, give me maybe a
throw.
A throw. That's one of them, right? Isn't it?
That's a thing. Yeah.
Give me a throw roll, and then Joey, give me a dodge roll, and whoever has the higher success wins.
Ooh, I gotta fail.
We both failed, but I'm 72 over 20.
Yeah, but I think
he's 66 over 35.
So when it comes to a fight, the highest level of success wins, and a draw, it means the initiator wins. Okay. So Tony is the initiator here. So you hit him with the rock, and Zach, you get hit. I know you're not intending to do damage, so we won't give you a hit point loss or anything like that. But you don't make it. You don't make the roll, so you get hit. And we'll just say that this sends you tumbling down. You trip over one of the candles, and you fall on your butt, and you slide down all the way down into the pit.
Tony, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I do it. I roll on top of the animal.
Oh,
Again, I roll on top of the animal, and Zach is like he feels the burnt fleshiness of the animal as his body is like pressed against it, and he's like, and he starts freaking out.
You morons!
It's
not. It's not an animal. It's
It is real.
it's a flippin' person. You morons!
Joey, you're close enough. If you, well, I don't know how much Zach knows about science, but you can give me a natural world check or science biology.
He's not inquisitive enough to try and even think about whatever you're trying to do.
Well, it's up to you, but you can.
All right. I guess there could be some explanation as to why he knows this. So, So what is it? Science and biology?
Well, there's two choices, and so I'll just read you the options so you can decide which one maybe makes more sense to you. Natural world is basically the study of plant and animal life in its environment. It includes disciplines like botany, biology. It's not necessarily like a hard science, but it's more like
What's the other one?
observations farmers, fishermen would make, things like that. Science biology would be like legitimately like what you've learned in like a science class.
Natural world. I failed.
Okay, and that's a pretty good roll you failed too, right?
Wow. Yeah.
Okay, so you fail. You look at this creature and you just see a charred remains of some sort of animal. Doesn't look humanoid though. Your guess, even with a fail, would be that it's some sort of like, I don't know, dog or pig or something that size.
Yeah. Zach freaks out and starts crying and tries to run away. Like, run back to Annabelle for some hand sanitizer.
As you get up and remove yourself from this animal because you were like face down on it, you hear something, Joey. Do you want to hear more? Do you want to accept this?
I feel like the answer is no because of like his current state of shock.
Get out of the summoning circle, you idiot.
But at the same time, Zach is pretty spooked. So maybe he would be more aware, more in tune
All right.
with.
Give me a power
what's
check.
around. All right. Here we go. Hey.
Okay. You
Hard
hone
success.
in. You hone in, and you hear the sound, Joey. It's clear as day. It's like as if it's literally inside your head.
Huh?
Your ears are filled with squealing, the sound similar to a rat in pain. It gets louder and louder and louder till it's all you can hear. Your friends are calling to you, but you can't hear them over the squealing agony of a rodent.
He was actually just like screaming in fear and in shock and in disgusted sort of tones as he just claws his way out of the pit.
Todd looks to Margaret. He's motioning whether or not he should go live.
He's really putting it on now. He's hamming it up.
And
Zach,
Zach,
make sure you try breaking the circle in front of the camera.
Zach, you're on. You're on, Zach. Annabelle could
He's just
take the
scream-
lead here if you want.
Yes. So, hey everyone, welcome back. What we discovered here is quite harrowing. There seems to
Todd
be
is motioning to you, Dasha. He's motioning to you got vomit on your corner of your mouth.
what we're seeing here is some sort of demonic circle. We have found candles lining the perimeter of this pit, this cremation pit. And it seems like some animal has been cremated inside. And she'll like motion for the camera to pan towards the thing in the middle. And
Chat's
I guess
live,
we'll get
everybody.
Zach in
Zach-
the view as well, screaming and climbing.
Zach runs up to Annabelle. And it's like, ah!
She
She's
like
"Oh,
she will like try to like not hug him, but she'll be like, and she's like patting his back. And so what we're seeing here is evidence of some satanic activity happening on this island, which is exactly what the kind of content we like to investigate. So please stay tuned. We're gonna keep working at this, and hopefully we'll come back, and Zach will have some more insight for us.
No, they're screaming!
By the way, Maya's texting you, Margaret. She says, "Ready to go to the wait screen if you think anything in the pit will demonetize us. Let me know ASAP."
Look, the Patreon donations are going to make up for it. All the donations in this are going to make up for that.
Well, still, she's ready to go. If you need to go to the wait screen, just let her know.
I think we need a closer shot of whatever's in there. Todd, how's the zoom in, or should we get in there?
He could zoom in. He'll zoom right now. By the way, super chats are flooding in, and anybody in our real YouTube, if you want to chat, do it. Maya, I sent you I sent everybody the super chats.
Oh, I see. Hey, okay, maybe Annabelle needs to do this. Annabelle, I need you to shout out to Harvey 3189. For $10, he says, get closer.
Harvey 3189, thank you so much for your super chat. She's like still trying to like not throw up more because she's like very vegan, I guess, very like not into animals dying or being killed or being eaten. So she's like trying not to like retch on camera. She's like, Harvey 3189, thank you so much for your super generous donation. Like, we will try to get closer to the extent that it is safe. I personally, due to my beliefs, will not be getting closer to the dead animal, but Zach or maybe Tony, she'll like gesture, like brave man Tony. Maybe Tony will be the one to go in and check it out for us.
The chat's coming in. People will pay big money, super chats, for Annabelle to be the one to go in.
Yeah, Annabelle, they're offering a lot here. You can get Annabelle. You can get a good bonus.
They just want an upskirt. Be careful.
She's
Well,
wearing a long floor length skirt.
I don't know
She's
about
safe.
that one.
She's safe.
Not if you go head over heels.
Like Zach did.
The religious shawls will protect her modesty. She's prepared.
All right.
Tony is super far away from all these people, super pissed off right now. By the way, whenever he's ready.
Yeah. Annabelle's like,
Zach?
she sees the super chat. She's like, do I have to go in? Like, Margaret, like, can't Zach go or Tony?
I look at Zach. Who's doing
It's so gross.
I assume you're not putting Zach on camera, right? Because you don't want the fans to see this side of him.
Aren't I right next to Annabelle?
Yeah,
No,
he
I
just ran into me.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah. Well, Zach, the host is freaking
I am
out.
like,
WJ.
I am like checking her bag for hand sanitizer, and I'm just rubbing it, dousing myself in it.
WJ
wait,
says
what?
the host is freaking out.
Yeah, he's hamming it up. He's hamming it up. Zach, you're not afraid of that thing, all right?
It's gross.
Yeah, but like you love that stuff, right, Zach?
No, it's not. I don't want to touch it. It's great.
Zach, think of the 1 million subscribers.
Oh, Joey, you need to take one more of that tally. Remember that I told you to tally?
That's true. Oh,
Tally one more.
okay.
Margaret, tell him that you put this here, and it's just like a synthetic piece of meat. You did this. It's all just part of the stage.
It's beyond meat.
It's
It's beyond me.
It's
Beyond
beyond meat.
sacrifice.
It's a Beyond Burger. It's an impossible burger.
Okay, Zach,
Too good.
we already set this stuff up. Okay.
Whisper
There's
this.
no way you said we were here all. I was with you the entire. There's no possible way.
No, Todd has his ways.
No,
No, no one ever has.
Todd today. We were doing coke
Todd-
in the back.
Todd,
Commercial.
It's all on screen.
all right, so we go
Right.
we go to the wait screen now.
Okay. I turned to my two main hosts. They're like, one of you guys has to get down there with that damn thing, and we gotta get a shot of you guys touching it or hitting it with a stick or something. Okay.
Poking you with a stick.
Subscribers.
Todd will motion when you were explaining that you had set it all up. Todd will motion to your cigarette in your ear that Nuncio had left.
It was, Nuncio took care of all this,
He set this up?
Oh yeah, of course.
So that's not a real dead animal down there.
Annabelle, I respect your decision to not eat meat and to stay away from anything that might, provide enjoyment in life.
Do I still
Okay.
hear the screaming?
When you leave the pit, it ends.
If it's
Oh, okay.
fake, I'll go in. But
It's totally- Annabelle, have I ever lied to you?
No, you're right.
You hear the
okay.
words of Nuncio from the dock.
No, you're right.
I've gone and taken care of a lot of things for you.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Everything will be all right.
This is the most disturbing.
Those words echo back into your mind.
Oh,
Annabelle is
oh,
gonna agree to go as
Annabelle,
long as it's
Annabelle,
fake.
make sure you try to have like a psychic vision or something when you touch it, okay?
Yes, I know how to do my job. I've got it.
Are we ready to go live?
It's not. It's real. It was real. I touched it. It was gross. It felt
Zach, it'll be
squishy.
okay. I'm just gonna go in there. I'm just gonna do my thing, and it's gonna be gross, but we're just gonna get it over with.
Zach, you don't even have to go in the circle again, all right? You can just sit here, okay? Sit
So
with
Zach
Tony.
refuses to go back into the circle.
Okay.
Yeah,
does
I
this
think
mean
Zach
Todd
has
to
a.
follow Annabelle into the circle because he has a camera, or
Todd will go down. Yeah, he's no problem.
okay,
Mhm.
great. I'll stick with Zach then.
Okay, Todd will go down. Todd's actually an adept like rock climber. He's done. He goes to every time you go to a new city, he goes to like a rock climbing, gym. And, like, it's his thing.
He
Just
looks
was-
flubby until he takes off his shirt, and then you just
Yeah.
see like shredded.
He's just shredded. His grip strength is like unreal through the charts.
The calluses on those
Yeah,
hands.
The blisters
So anyway.
on my fingers.
So he'll get down there, one hand, and hold the camera and get down and follow you. Are you ready to go live?
I guess so.
Okay. I signal to them. Okay, ready? Okay, you ready, Annabelle?
Yes. All right, so we're gonna just come down here and take a closer look at the site of the demonic sacrifice that took place here on this island. And she's just gonna like very carefully start like picking her way down the slope. She's not wearing good climbing shoes. She's wearing a skirt. Like, this does not look graceful the way she's doing this. She's trying her best, but she makes her way down there and approaches the thing.
You can give me a science, biology, or natural world check.
I will do that. Let's see which one of those is better. Do I? I don't have science. I don't have biology. I do have natural world, and it's not good.
Okay.
Fail.
Okay.
50 over 10.
Yeah. Similarly, you have no idea what kind of animal this is, but it kind of makes sense actually, right? It's a fake animal. It's
Yeah, of course.
Nuncio must have set up a
Synthetic.
prop. So
Yeah, maybe it's like some local Italian like species.
I'll
Something
tell you
I
what though,
haven't
it
seen.
smells real. I mean, it's got a rotten, charred stench.
She like walks up to it as close as she can get, but she doesn't get like right up to it, but she's near, and she'll like hold her nose and like put her hand over it and say, I'm gonna attempt to do some psychic reading here and see what happened to this poor creature. And she starts like she's got her hand over it and she's like rocking back and forth a little bit. She's like got her eyes closed. It looks like she's like in the zone, and trying not to like gag from the smell. She'll do this for a solid like 20 seconds and make up some BS like, you know, this animal was hunted down by the satanic cult that still frequents this island, trying to follow in the footsteps of the sacrifices that came here, that happened here decades ago before this place got shut down, and was killed in the most violent, horrible, torturous way, and its soul just wants to be freed. And she'll like kneel down next to it. She won't touch it, but she'll get as close as she can, and she'll go, I free you, gentle creature. Be happy.
That'll do, pig.
You guys are
That'll
so.
do it.
That'll do, pig.
I just love that Annabelle said frequence instead of
Frequence.
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 Annabelle likes to make things
This-
sound fancier, you know.
Oh yeah, of
Area.
course. Of course.
God, you
Oh my
guys
God.
have pegged these characters so well. Everybody from Annabelle's, I honestly like kind of ridiculous condescending attitude, like she could free the spirit, and then Tony's like just absolutely done with everything going on, and Zach's panic attacks, and Margaret literally lying to everybody, and she knows this is real. Like she knows this is real.
When have I
wild.
ever lied to you? No, that makes sense. Oh my god.
So anyway, one of the chat comes in, a super chat, and says, "This looks recent. Who left it here?" Ultima Unum is the chat, and it's a $50 chat, super chat. So it wants to be read out loud.
Oh.
Would have been
I cl-
Tony's question 40 minutes ago if everyone didn't just flip and walk down the freaking demonic channel and touch the human dead corpse. Nice job, everyone.
Does Tony say this on stream?
Probably, yeah.
If his mic is still working, he's away from the whole situation, muttering this angrily.
We hear him in the back. Yeah.
It's all on stream.
More chats are saying like, "Bring Tony on, bring Tony on." They're not super chats, but they're like, "Where's the big man?"
I'm just like remembering this like really stupid thing, the live slug reaction thing in the corner of like some of these Twitch player.
Live slug.
Yeah, it's just a picture of a slug, and I'm just thinking it's just Tony in the corner.
Oh my god.
Estelle, here are some regular chats. They're not super chats, but I posted them in the Zoom.
Yes.
Also, the the viewer count is 719 right now.
Guys, we're doing really well here. All
Well,
right,
it is-
we want to get to 1,000 though, 1,000 viewers.
You'll get to 1,000. You
Zach
feel it.
takes off his shirt. It's still fine.
Wait, I'm like saying this, and then you just sort of, Todd's not even with them.
Yeah, Todd's not even with you. He's in the pit.
Yeah, he's with me.
I wave at Todd real quick. Like, what?
Annabelle's like motioning to. She's like, "Can we go back? Like, I don't want to be here anymore."
Our viewers went down? How'd they go down?
Todd looks at you. He hears the viewers are down. He doesn't know the count because he's not on the iPads. But he looks to you and he's like, "Huh?" And he points to it. Maybe he's like looks like he's petting it, but he's not. He's not petting it. He's behind the camera. But he's like motioning to you. Maybe you should pet it. Get the viewers.
Annabelle
up
will
there.
like swallow her vomit that's coming up in her throat, and she's like gonna kneel down and be like, "Okay, I free you, gentle creature. Go and be at peace." And she like lightly touches it, and immediately is like, "Ugh."
You touch the creature, and you failed your biology roll pretty bad, right?
"Oh yeah." Really
So
bad.
you touch one end of it that you think is maybe like its face or whatever, and it's not. You realize as it breaks off from the rest of the body, it looks like a very elongated rat's tail.
Annabelle
some-
pukes on
Some of the
stream.
char. Ooh, some of the char flakes off.
Censor it.
Well, we caught it. We caught it on stream.
Annabelle's literally like on her hands and knees next to this thing, like throwing up. Just she cannot handle this.
Mm,
It's already clipped and shipped.
it's clipped. So yeah,
Not having a good time right now.
There's just like
a
gifs of Annabelle vomiting in the chat.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a $200 super chat, Bob.
$200 super chat from Brother Malachi
Why?
Hordug 69.
No.
Kiss it on the mouth, French style, full time. I don't think Annabelle could
Annabelle
possibly
is
do
too
that.
out of it right now to even like comprehend if that gets like said to her. She's She cannot. No.
Todd looks to Margaret. Should we he's like, should we cut? Without saying
I
anything?
point at Zach, who's currently shirtless.
He runs.
Zach, you gotta take some of the heat here.
He leaves you behind in the pit and starts to bound up the pit.
Alright.
And
Does
gets
Annabelle
Zach.
look like she can get out of the pit on her own, or do I have to go down there and help her?
I don't know, Annabelle. You see the picture here? How capable do you think you are getting out of there?
I mean, as soon as she recovers from her vomiting, I think she'll have to tie her skirt up around her knees so it's not getting tangled in her legs. So she'll hitch it up a little bit, tie it just so it's not all the way down to the ground, and she'll start climbing. She looks gross at this point. She's got the lemon stuff. She's got vomit. She's got dirt on her now. She's got remnants of whatever she touched on the rat's
I pull
tail.
out a bunch of the Kleenex and get ready to deal with this.
Yeah, she's dry heaving as she's trying to get up. She's not having a good time right now.
Have some Fiji water.
Yeah, she'll douse her face in Fiji water. Kind of like how Zach did with the holy water, but she does it with the Fiji water. Just trying to clean up a little bit, and she'll point, she'll be like, I am not doing that again.
Okay, and you
I
don't have to.
refuse.
You
That
did
was
it.
not in my contract.
The contract is for whatever brings the most views, and we're down right now.
She's gonna
I
look
got
at
it up.
she's gonna look at Zach and be like, you do not pay me enough for this.
Zach is currently distracting everybody with his shirt.
That's true. You're off camera. You're kind of behind the scenes. Right now it's just Todd and Zach. Zach, we'll come to you in a second because I want to hear what you're saying now to the fans because you've kind of composed yourself. Shirt on or off?
Off.
Off. So we'll come to you. We'll come to you in a second. But Annabelle, you're having this conversation privately, away from the crew.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you look at the numbers, Estelle, Margaret, and they're up 978.
Phew. Okay, great. Annabelle, you did a fantastic job. You were able to bring the numbers back up. I really appreciate the work you're doing right now. I understand that you're upset, and we will have a big, long conversation about this after this night is over. But I really appreciate you being a team player here, and you're doing fantastic, and I'm looking forward to what else you got here for the rest of the night.
Annabelle just shake her head, and she's gonna go walk over towards wherever Tony is. She needs some space also from what's happening.
I've been
Zach.
at my job too long.
Zach, what's the Zaxter saying to the crew or to the fans?
He's regained only enough composure to be able to talk on camera, but not effectively at all. He's sort of just he's like the closest thing to the tone of Zach's attitude is that crazy whiteboard picture from Always Sunny from Philadelphia.
Yep.
Okay, do you understand? Yeah, you got it. Okay, these people are telling me that apparently they arranged so that a fake animal
Cut the stream.
This is gold.
He's
Why?
trying to work out all this in his head. He's like,
Okay.
first they told me my friend Todd was here, but these
So-
Todd
so-
was
Zach,
ghost
it's okay.
tonight.
Zach, listen to me. You remember that I pull the strings here. I make all these great things happen, okay? This is all according to my plan, okay? I'm sorry you're getting so freaked out about it. Sorry about what happened with the lemon stuff. Sorry about the bone and the pit stuff. But we gotta keep moving. We gotta get to the masquerade.
Margaret, and I grab her by the shoulders. I'm like, seriously wrong here.
Look, it's okay. Nunzio set all the stuff
Wait,
up,
did you
okay?
not hear? Did you not hear the screaming? Margaret, did you not hear the screaming? The screaming.
Did you take something before we got here?
Yes.
No. Yes.
Todd is
Okay.
shaking his head. Yes.
Okay, it's okay, Zach. It's okay. It's okay if you took something before we got here. All right. It's helping with the immersion here. Okay, and you're doing a great job. But I need you to pull it together just a bit more.
I'm
just only
shitting myself on camera right now. How am I doing a good job?
Zach,
Night, man.
it's okay. It's okay.
Protector
You're
of the
completely
day,
safe.
man.
Nothing's gonna happen to you. All
In
right.
some ways, Zach is completely sober as to what's happening. It just
Alright.
doesn't come off like he is at all, though.
How about Todd? Did you bring any of those brownies or something to give him?
He shakes his head no.
The best
Do you
I
have
can
a
offer you.
text?
Annabelle
Maybe
might have
connect-
some like CBD gummies in her bag.
Can I just go through Annabelle's bag?
Give me a luck roll, Dasha.
Hmm Fail.
And-
She ate the last one. No more left.
Okay. Okay, Zach. The only thing I can offer you is a cigarette. How about that? Okay, that always helps me calm down. All
You
right.
didn't say a cigarette?
Yeah. Okay.
This is crazy. This island is crazy. I want to get off. I don't want to do
We
the stream
can't-
anymore. I don't care about a million views.
We can't leave
I'll go
until
home.
the boat gets here. Okay.
I want to go home. And I call
hear-
that guy. Call that guy. Tell him to come here because I'm right now.
Zach's like, call my mom. I want to talk to my mom.
Oh, my mom.
Zach, we're so close to getting to your dream here of 1 million subscribers. Do you really want to? This has been your calling for a while now, and you've worked really hard to get to this. You have to see this through. It's your calling. It's what you're made to do.
Okay. Fine. If anyone gets hurt from any of this, it's on you.
Okay.
And for like the first time in your life, you've actually like had like a serious talk with like just that one brief moment was
One brief
actually
moment.
serious.
Yeah. It's okay, Zach. I'll take responsibility. I always do. All right.
Zach walks away, just smoking a cigarette.
Okay.
The party is shattered.
All right. Let's get to the masquerades.
Does he walk towards Tony?
Annabelle's walking towards Tony.
Everybody's
She needs a swig of whatever he's got.
everybody's getting ready to leave, to walk away from the pit when you hear a sound. Everyone hears this. You hear the sound of like the chittering of rodents. And it's coming from the pit.
Put it live.
I run like away from everyone. Like in a random direction, I just run.
That's fine.
I like I say live, and then the sax is going on.
Zach is running.
Shirtless.
He's running
Wait,
shirtless
is he
through the
shirtless
island.
but has the leather jacket over?
No. I think he's truly shirtless, right?
Truly shirtless.
Yeah. He's
Uh.
holding his jacket.
All right.
Yeah.
And he's running. So
No.
Todd turns it on immediately. He runs. And he'll focus on Annabelle then.
Annabelle's just like stopped in her tracks, like, do you guys hear that? That's like, that's not normal, right? Like, Margaret, is that like a sound effect?
I'm sure Nunzio did this, but maybe we should just keep going in case it's like a sinkhole or something.
Yeah, Annabelle will look over at Tony. How's Tony reacting?
Tony has taken out his bottle of booze that is very full, and he's also taken out his lighter, and is hoping you guys come closer to him.
Do they like beckon us to come over?
Nope. Doesn't really care. Doesn't really care about you at this point.
Oh god.
God. I'll go over there because I need to ask to go get Zach. Not Tony.
Well, we're live still.
Yeah.
So he's watching Tony create a Molotov cocktail or prepare to create a Molotov cocktail.
You
He
know,
sees
yeah, this is great content. We love Tony. Let's
He
go over
sees-
there.
Annabelle, what did you say onto the camera?
She said, do you guys hear that? That's weird, right? Is that normal?
Yep.
And
he
then she
points-
whispered to Margaret, is that a sound effect? She would have
Right,
tried
right.
to do that like quietly, or
Yeah,
she
yeah,
would have
yeah.
like done this.
Todd will
So
aim the
people-
camera at the pit so you can give a little quick glance,
Yeah, it might be a sinkhole. We should.
All of a sudden, hundreds of rats start to file out, plow over the candles, and the lights go out. and they're just rushing towards you all. Everybody give me a sanity check. Except for Zach, you aren't there.
Cowardice for the win.
All right, I'm good.
Call out your numbers.
Margaret was good.
Oh, this will be fun.
I got
Six-
a 46. I mean 47.
Out of
85.
under 85. Gotcha.
So I succeeded.
Margaret succeeding makes way too much sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
John?
I thought Tony tried to get pretty far away, but yeah, I'm 63 over 36 under.
I failed also 90 over 60.
So you gain 1 sanity point or lose 1 sanity point if you failed. If you succeeded, you lose none. So
Goodbye.
Margaret, you lose none. But John, this is the
Yeah.
level here. So you gained 5 within the day. So you need to give me a D10 roll.
Here it goes, friends. It's a 1. Is that good or bad? Call of Cthulhu? Let me know
Is
in
that
the
really
chat.
good or really bad?
Really good or really bad? Let me know in the chat, Call of Cthulhu. It's usually good, but it's a sanity roll. So I feel like this one's bad.
John, you were preparing your Molotov cocktail, correct?
Yeah, I was panicking and doing something. If we're that specific, I suppose.
Well, you
but I
had
don't know.
the drink in one hand and the what was the handkerchief or something you said?
No, just my lighter. I think I was ready to like do that thing in The Mummy where they like take a swig and they
Oh, and like blow out the flame.
blow out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what my like instinct was.
Fair enough. Fair enough. John, you look down though at your arms. You hear the screeching of the rats, and looks like in The Mummy, crawling under your skin is like lumps of little
Yeah.
I
tiny
hated that
rats.
scene.
Oh,
Why didn't you? Yeah, like that.
oh, it's like,
like
Little tiny rats.
Oh.
You could see their tails wiggling underneath their little bodies scurrying underneath. You see your lumps on your skin moving all about your arms, your chest, your legs. Everybody else, you look at him and he seems like he's panicking. There's nothing happening to him.
Oh my god. Let's just say that the directors of that movie really screwed up when they made it beetles.
The
that
scarabs,
just look
yeah.
like a scarabs.
Yeah.
Because that was just like the idea that there's a wiggling tail
Yeah,
is ridiculous.
that's what you see, John. So what do? You can act however you'd like, but you feel like they're inside you.
So the alcohol that was in my mouth, ready to be like spit out, I swallow it, and fall to the ground, full on spinning.
You do need to give
panicking.
me. I apologize. You need to give me a intelligence roll, just like we described before.
yeah, full on punching my body, falling to the ground, like truly panicking. Get it off of me! Get it off of me! It's on me! Get it off of me! Run! 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 We're all gonna die! Run! 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 You're gonna die!
Do we see like a swarm of rats heading towards us right now?
They look like they're just scurrying into like the distance, like they're kind of. It's like a rat diaspora. They're just headed all over out of the pit.
Intelligence roll is 26 under 50.
So you pass, which means
I
yes,
passed.
you're going to experience this as is.
It's the
You
first thing I
realize-
passed in 4 sessions.
You realize the severity of this. Yeah.
You like succeeded, but at what cost?
Give me another D10, John. A real quick,
Be-
another D10.
It's the one time failing would have been good, and I passed.
Give me another D10, John.
Yep, coming at you. 4.
So for the next 4 hours, if you were to gain any more sanity loss, you'll have another bout of madness, and this will, persist for quite some time.
Yeah. I like it. Sure.
Okay. So you start swatting yourself or saying they're crawling all over, and everybody else panics. I mean, Todd he's right on it.
Okay, I'm gonna kill the stream for now. So Todd, kill stream. I don't know what to do with Tony, who's panicking and swatting at himself because he's much bigger and stronger than me, and it's not a good idea to approach. I look at Annabelle. He likes you more than me.
She'll nod
Margaret.
and
Margaret, I'd like to think you know Tony would never hurt you. I don't think you're afraid of Tony. That seems ridiculous.
You know what? I'll go for it. I'll go for it. Okay, I'll approach Tony.
Go for it.
Tony, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Mar-
There's nothing on you.
Marge, is that you?
Marge.
Yes, it's me, Marge.
Oh, wait. What? 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 Nothing's on me?
No, there's. I don't know what you're swatting at.
I say, I kind of get a little bit of control because I'm someone who's hallucinated before, and you're someone that I respect a lot.
Do you want me to hold your hand or something? Do you need what can
No,
I do to help you with this?
Don't touch me.
Okay.
They'll get on you.
There's nothing will get on me. Okay?
Margaret. We're not leaving this island alive.
Oh my god.
Why do
John.
you say that?
John, all the while, have you kind of accepted the rats are now like a part of you?
Correct.
Okay. There's rats.
There's-
You feel them on your neck. You feel them like on your chest, your legs.
I'm not. Yeah. We'll discuss Tony's motivation when it's necessary. But yeah, in this moment, Margaret, we've made a lot of mistakes. Why? Why did you tell them to go inside that circle? Why did you tell them to touch that bridge, Margaret? Your sins are the sins of the group. I mean, excuse me.
What have
I'm
you been
sorry.
on 4chan or something? Is this where this is coming from?
Hey, I mean, Marge. I mean,
Have you been talking to Redditors or something about the channel? Is this why are you coming after me?
God, I love this.
we're this is different than everything we've done before.
Yeah, it's 1 million.
We've bullshitted 1 million times, and the 1 millionth and one is gonna get us killed. And all I care about now is making sure no one else makes the mistake we did. And Tony gets up and walks off towards the mass graves and the main building.
How are you gonna do that if we're all gonna die anyway?
With
Asshole.
my life.
Todd will tap you on the shoulder, Margaret. He offers you a
What?
light for a menthol cigarette.
Yes, I would love that. Thank you, Todd. You're the only one not giving me bullshit tonight, which is amazing. Yeah, like we're all gonna die. Asshole.
So the rest of you, Annabelle, Todd, Margaret, do you follow Tony and go head after Zach?
yes.
Okay. All right. So eventually, Zach, you outrun the group and you pause. You're panting in the woods. You hear your friends calling for you. You know, wait up, wait up. But you're alone in the woods. What do you do?
I started freaking out, realizing that it's night. I'm alone in the woods, and I'm like, "Oh God, the Shadow Man's gonna get me!" And I start turning around and I go back to my friends.
Zach,
Yeah,
you're
I run in the opposite direction. I run basically back.
yeah, sure. Yeah. You start to try to double back and find your friends. Your EM device, your electromagnetic meter.
As soon as I hear
Starts-
that go off, I stop running.
It goes off. A sudden spike hits
I'm
your
like,
EM.
this thing works. What the hell? Like-
In the distance, just Todd pushing a button over and over again.
Do you take it out of your fanny pack?
Yeah, I take it out and I'm like shocked. I feel like someone who thought ghost busting was a myth like the entire time.
You take it out
Just,
and
like,
you
actually
look at
came
it.
across, like,
The reading is spiking. It's like the small little trill, and then all of a sudden it's like.
I'm sort of just like focused on it, like just sort of like I don't even know what any of this means. I can't even read what it's saying. Yeah.
The tempo picks up, and then all of a sudden, it spikes so high pitched, the device gives a loud pop and shorts out.
I drop it. I'm like, ah.
You drop it, and you see smoke pouring from the dead reader that is, you realize now, surrounded by buzzing flies that may have been inside it.
Ah! I start running. I start running. I start running to wherever I can find my friends, or wherever
Give
I
me-
think they might be.
Is there like
I might
a
even be lost.
tracking, Joey, or a stealth, survival type skill? I forget. Is there?
I think there's something along the lines of like,
There's
would it be
like-
spot?
Track.
Track. Give me a track skill, Joey.
There's also stealth. So
God.
take your pick.
Not stealth. Track.
Fail.
What'd your numbers? What were your numbers?
I think it's 85 over 10.
Okay. Yeah, totally fail. Zach, you find the hospital.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. By yourself. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, you find the hospital. It's a big building. You can't miss it. And once you come out of the tree line, you see it right before you. I mean, it's a massive building. Let me describe it to you so you can know exactly what you're looking at here. So, surrounded by a rusting chain link fence, St. Roche's Hospital sits amidst barren stretch of ground just beyond, the lemon grove in the forest that you just came from. You can see, to the right, the ruins of an old monastery chapel, while directly ahead is the hospital itself. It's 3 stories of brick, mortar, and stone that stretch off into an oppressive darkness. You only have a little bit of moonlight right now, unless you're using your flashlight, or glow sticks. I don't know what you're using, but
I'm using glow sticks.
you can only just make out the central black. Excuse me. You can only make out the central black slate roof silhouetted against the stars. Most of the windows are broken, though the structure seems solid enough, with no signs of obvious collapse evident. And you're here by yourself. You see this place. You do hear your friends calling, but the forest threw your sense of direction off.
Yeah, I take out some glow sticks just to like help me light my way, and just as like a means of comfort, I start humming Darude Sandstorm.
How does that go, my friend?
Like,
Oh, it's a great song.
He's like scared, so every now and then he's like freaking out. And he's like shaking the glow sticks. He's like trying to remember like that crazy rave he used to go. Just to like help him, just to help him find some sense of home. And he as he hears like his friends calling out to him, he's like Margaret, Annabelle, John, Tony.
So the rest of you are going through the path. You're hustling at this point because you heard his screams, but you heard Sandstorm being played, and you see the glow sticks, just glow sticks swirling. It's easy to find him. I mean, he's pretty obvious. So.
I think it's right on point. The music video for that for Sandstorm is just like, it's some chick
think it's-
just running. Just like being chased and running like through the streets. It's perfect.
You catch up to Zach, and you finally come out of the path from the forest. Margaret, you get a text from Maya, and she says, "Margaret, babes, what the heck is going on?"
I call Maya.
You call her.
Yes.
All right. Bring, bring, bring. She holds the receiver to her
I hear
ear,
a bring.
and she holds the receiver to her ear, and she talks, and she says, "Hello."
Hi, Maya. I think it's fucked.
What's going on, babes? I mean,
Everyone's tripping out right now.
the
Todd,
chat is
Zach,
wild.
Annabelle.
Somebody says that they think they heard Zach say that everything was fake, and they're trying to clip it. And like, I think we have some plausible deniability, but like, he said something similar to that. He said the word fake, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Can we say like he was I don't know, talking about Annabelle's looks or something?
Everybody's been questioning that actually.
Oh my god.
Okay, great. Let's spin it
Yeah.
on that.
They've been wondering that for years,
Oh my God.
actually. Other things too, but we won't go there.
Okay, wait, time out for a sec. Who is Maya loyal to?
Yeah, who's my loyalty?
Is
All
she
of
like
you.
loyal to the parents, to the channel? Is she?
Oh
like,
no,
choosing
she
friends?
has no contact with Zach's parents. She's never met them, or maybe she's seen
Alright.
them, but she's only loyal to you guys, and she loves Zach, but she also knows that you're the only one that gets stuff done.
Okay, I step away from whoever I'm traveling with, and I'm just like, okay, so Maya, I think Zach might be like planning on like quitting tonight or something.
Zach? No way.
Yeah, I know he's totally skitzing out.
What's-
I don't think I can keep working.
What's the deal with Tony? He's looks like he's
I don't know. I think
drinking?
he's like suicidal now or some shit. I don't know.
no.
He's like
That'll
ran
get
off
us
to the woods with, like,
demonetized
a lighter
immediately.
and a drink.
That'll get us demonetized immediately. He can't
I know,
say the
but
S
I
word.
think this channel is sinking right now. I don't think there's going to be another episode after this.
What do you
So I'm
mean?
thinking.
We're gonna
I'm
hit the million
thinking-
tonight for sure.
I know, but I'm thinking if Zach doesn't continue this, we might as well just cash in all the way tonight.
What do you mean?
I mean that we stream everything tonight, nonstop.
You mean like end the channel?
Yeah, it'll be like a great like dumpster fire of this. But I'm thinking we can still like salvage like Annabelle's career and see if we can like follow onto her channel.
Can
See what we
we?
can do with that.
Yeah, can we create like a spin-off channel?
You know what? So long as she's good for it, you know, it doesn't even need to be ghost stuff.
You know,
with
there's so
Annabelle.
many docu-series now about like people who, lied and did terrible things in their life, and then like this is their redemption
yeah, no,
arc.
we can do that with Annabelle. She's pretty enough to do it.
Okay,
Yeah, so
All
we're
right.
gonna stream absolutely everything tonight.
I'm worried. It's a big deal.
I know, but I don't think Zach's gonna continue it anyway. And
This is the
we want-
ballsiest YouTube decision ever.
Can I talk to Zach, please?
Maya
talk-
hears Sandstorm in the background.
Can I talk to Zach, please? Can I please speak to him?
he's currently I do like
He's raving.
the FaceTime and I just show her what's happening. Do you see what I mean, Maya? Do you see what I mean?
I would play some Sandstorm, but we'd probably get demonetized in real life. So.
Right?
It would only take like 1 second
1
to be
second.
demonetized.
We hear some Sandstorm and more glow sticks coming from the other side of the island. The Italian party has started.
No,
They're
it's still too early. It's not even 10 o'clock yet.
That shit's French. Leave us Italians alone.
But yeah.
So,
But you see
okay,
what I'm working with here, Maya? I think everyone's here is having a total mental breakdown.
Maya sees
Right.
the circus of
Yeah.
Tony trying to scrape invisible rats from under his skin, Zach singing Sandstorm and raving in the middle of the hospital entryway.
Annabelle just
and
looks like shit.
Annabelle looks like she's been through the ringer. She's got stains all over her body and dress, and she's like trying to scrub off parts of her body.
Yeah,
Oh
you,
my
you
God.
see what I'm working with here, Maya, tonight?
She says, "All right. Look,
Even I can't like pull this one together. They're all going in different directions.
look.
and I'm
Maybe
sti-
we have a big Patreon following. Maybe
Mhm.
we just tell those people that they'll get. This is basically a what the Patreon looks like behind the scenes stuff. And look, who cares if it's fake? I mean, they don't really watch it for the ghost. They watch it because of you all. Right? You know what I'm saying, babes?
The true channel was in our hearts all along.
Right.
I still think it'd be a good idea to just stream everything.
Let's
tonight.
just let it go then. Tell Todd,
Yeah.
let it go.
Yeah. You know what? We don't. I don't. This is going to be truly amazing tonight.
All right, let's do it,
Margaret
babes.
is insane. She is the true villain of this whole arc. Is Margaret?
Let's
Oh
do
my
it, babes.
God.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Are you
Margaret?
with me on this one?
I'm with you.
Oh my God.
Maya, oh Maya, you're beautiful. You're absolutely beautiful. Let's do this.
All right. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
While this is happening, Annabelle texts Hunter again, just all lowercase letters. I'm scared.
All right. Okay. I go over to Annabelle after that conversation. Annabelle?
Yes.
All right. Between you and me, I'm gonna make sure that you get out of this okay. All right?
Like, what do you mean? Was I not gonna get out of this okay, Margaret? What are you talking
I
about?
know you've had a really hard time tonight, okay? And I'm
Yeah.
really sorry about that. I know it's been really rough. And I don't know what else Nunzio has set up here tonight, but whatever it is, I'll help you deal with it as it comes, all right? I got your back.
Does
You are
Tony
not-
hear? Sorry.
You are not paying me enough, Margaret. We're gonna have to renegotiate my contract when we get
Of
back.
course, you know what? Yeah, well, I wanna renegotiate as well with everything here.
Yes.
So I totally feel you on that one, and we will take care of that.
Okay, good.
All right.
Is 2 feet away. Just sort of.
No, I think she pulled her aside, she said.
Fair. But Annabelle, you're currently the only sane person here right now. Do you see this?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with them right now.
I don't know either, but you know, us girls, we gotta stick together, you know?
Todd
Do
is
you
also
think-
right next to you.
Yeah,
Us girls, we gotta stick together.
That's Todd now along with that too.
Annabelle's gonna turn to Todd and be like, Todd, like, be like real with me right now. Did you and Zach do drugs before this? Like, is he tripping right now?
He
Oh.
nods.
So that explains it. He's just really high. What about Tony?
Hey, Tony's always drinking.
Todd shrugged his shoulders. He has no idea.
Tony is always drinking, but he's holding up that bottle. It was full.
Well, I'm
Mm.
sure he has several on him. He's a man of resources. He's
I
crafty.
guess so.
Yeah.
I'll look over. What is Tony doing right now?
Scratching.
Scratching.
That's all I'm doing. Okay.
What are you doing? I don't know what you're doing.
Swatting.
Well, I was getting the hell away from the group. I'm kind of done with their bullshit. They're slow. They're not fixing the situation. Tony wants to try to stop the Shadow Man at this point. I'm like,
Oh.
I'm moving forward. We're done.
Tony's ready
Tony-
to kill the demon that haunts this island.
Tony's life is over. He wants to save other people's lives in the future.
Oh, this is insane. This is crazy. All right,
Yeah,
so
I am literally insane.
I know it's awesome.
This is what's happening.
It's
I have
awesome.
failed every check.
I am so excited for what's about to happen. All right, let's do this. So you walk towards the hospital. You could easily like break the chains. They're like rusty old chains if you'd like, or climb over
Oh.
it. But it's
I
it's
do.
like
I do want to make a side note here. I am telling Todd to start streaming everything.
and wait, do we not know? Like,
No, I don't make a big fuss about it.
But you do have to put on, I think, the airs of the like you have to be like, all right, we're going live. You know, you have to at least do what you
I'll
normally
bring
do.
Annabelle into it. Okay, Annabelle, you're going to be carrying the stream tonight because I don't know what Zach's doing. All right.
Hey, fine, I guess so.
I'm gonna make sure you get a nice big bonus after this. All right. And I'm going to help you out with your side channels and all that. Okay. I know I haven't been giving that as much attention as you wanted me to, but I'll get onto that.
Okay, fine, whatever. Well, we can talk about it later when we get back.
Of course. You're doing
All right,
great.
so
If
You-
we get back, Tony says in the distance.
Tony, you get to the chain link fence first. How do you want to approach? Do you want to climb it? Do you want to try to break the chain? Do you want to do something else?
I'm gonna take it in one bound. I just bound right over it, like
Okay.
full on high school style, running from the cops. You take 2-3 steps up to it. You put 1 foot in it, and you bound over the top.
Tony bounds over the fence. Do you all follow him?
I want to tackle the fence.
You could try to break through it, but you're not going to break through a chain link fence.
How does that work?
You run right into the fence. Todd
Run
gets
into
it
it.
on camera.
I just eat dirt.
Is there a gate?
There's a gate, but it's got a chain around it. If you'd like, you could maybe try to break the chain. It looks old and rusty.
I'll look at Todd and be like, Todd, can you?
Yeah,
I
Todd, can
can't
you
really
do that?
climb.
Todd takes out his he's got like pliers, and he'll just like go over there and start working on the chain. It'll take him a minute or two, but he starts to break the decrepit chain, and eventually gets in. Tony's already marching ahead at this point. Once you finally get in through the gates, you can see something that kind of irks you all. Maybe Zach doesn't recognize this because he's kind of out of his mind right now, but the rest of you do. Something about the site makes you very uneasy. There isn't a single mark of graffiti or evidence of vandalism, none. You've recorded at countless purported haunted sites, and no matter how terrifying or isolated they were, you've always seen the ubiquitous graffiti tags, broken bottles, smashed windows. All the damage here seems to have been done by the elements and not people. And that rattles you just a bit as you enter into the to the hospital doors. You all look around. You're scanning the area. Tony, you look up towards the. Actually, no. Everybody, give me a power check.
Spot hidden or
Power check.
power?
All right. I succeeded.
I'm spending luck on this one if I can.
Sure.
Success.
Fail.
So
Back
call
on
out
the
if you
line.
failed or succeeded. If you've succeeded, let me know.
Succeed.
Succeed.
Okay, Joe, you failed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 48 over 40 failed. Spending. I have to spend 9. I have to go under the number, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
9 luck to pass.
Joey, I'm going to roll a d3 for you. And actually, I'm going to switch over to our Roll20 screen because I feel like it's going to be necessary for this. Okay. I'm going to roll a d3 for you. This is how much sanity you lose.
No.
It's a d3, so not a d6. So it's 1. You lose 1 point of sanity.
So is that another tally or?
Nope, no tally. No tally.
Okay, so where does point of sanity is?
Sanity is just your sanity score. It's like a big box with lots of numbers in it. It's like in the middle right side of your sheet. Joey, I'm going to send you something specifically.
Okay.
All right. Here's what you all see. You look up at one of the hospital windows. Here's what you see. All right? You got that? Good to go?
Oh my.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
do me a
just-
favor.
wait,
Do
is-
me a favor,
sorry,
Dasha,
what,
John.
sorry, what did they see?
They saw that thing that I sent them, the picture I just sent, the window.
Okay.
Okay, now
Um,
Dasha, Dasha, John, and Estelle, if you could do me a favor, just like don't look at my Zoom screen. Actually, no, I'm going to switch it. You won't see a thing. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, wait, where am I supposed to be looking?
You're good, Joe. You can just look you can just look on Zoom or whatever. It's totally fine. Okay. All right, here you go, Joe. This is what you see, and our viewers will see this as well, which is why I wanted to show it to you.
Wait, Bob. No, I don't. I only see things.
No,
I
it's
only see
coming
your
on
name.
Roll20, Joe. It's coming on Roll20.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, you'll see. All right. There you go. Joe, you should be able to see it now. It should be in your journal. And for our viewers, I'm going to bring it up on the screen here. Do you see it, Joe?
I don't.
It should be in your journal.
Where would
Top
I
right,
see.
look at your journal. It should show you a window.
Should be the third icon from the left on
Mhm.
the top of the
Yep.
chat.
character
Mhm.
pre-tip handouts, player handouts?
Joe, you
Viral-
could just look at YouTube too if you want.
Oh.
You could look at YouTube if you want, but this is what you see. So I showed you the picture before of the window. That's what you see.
Hold on. I'm loading YouTube right now.
Joey's loading. It should also be
Oh,
in
no.
your journal.
Oh no, the suspense is palatable.
Well,
Oh,
people on
God.
YouTube see it already.
Oh God. I start laughing. I start laughing
Zoom in, Todd.
like uncontrollably. And like I and then my laughs turn to like crying. And I'm clearly losing my goddamn mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm thinking like, oh, we're so dead. We're so dead. Game over.
You
And
you look around. Nobody else sees
that,
what you
that's
saw.
how Zach responds. You
Todd looks to Margaret. He's got the live going, and he looks to Zach, and he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't see anything in the window.
Use one of the special effects.
Itsy Bitsy Spider Productions says, "Ew, what happened to Zach?" Brother Malachi says, "Oh, he's laughing, then he's crying. I've never seen him the same. I've never seen this same old shit before on multiple horror films. Try harder."
Margaret's just like grinning at the chat stuff coming out. She doesn't want to like tell them that it's all being live right now, but like she's enjoying this.
I think you are. You did say at least that to Annabelle you're live, right?
Yeah, Annabelle knows. I don't want to tell Zach because I think it's really funny to watch this.
Fair enough. You get to the door of the hospital. The air is thick with the stench of mildew and decay. Chunks of plaster hang from the ceiling, exposing the swollen laths beneath. The floors are covered with fungal growths and have sprouted from cracks in the black and white tiles. As you step forward, the ground crunches underfoot from glass and debris, and rodents skitter and squeak behind the crumbling walls. Patches of mold, like mottled bruises, cover every surface of the building as if it were being digested from within. The warped doors that you just passed are mostly intact, even though some of the glass is unbroken. Eerily, all of the hospital's equipment seems to be untouched, just as if the staff walked out one day and never returned. Gurneys, wheelchairs, service carts stacked with food trays litter the halls. Peeling, faded signs hang precariously from the walls and ceilings, presumably once labeling important locations and directions. Most are now illegible, though you now make out the occasional word in Italian. You see, though, there looks like there's some sort of security, like, desk. That's what you see when you first walk in. John, you probably, or should say Tony would probably notice that right away.
Yeah, Tony's gonna. I mean, I feel like I was in this building before everybody else. So let's say I'm already behind the desk.
Sure, you look behind the desk. You see a couple of things here that are of note. Clipboards, paperwork from like the 1950s, things like that. But you find something that's very strange. It's almost like sitting there at the sitting there precariously waiting for you to find it. It looks like some sort of a tape recorder from the 1950s. It's got a serial number scratched on it, 1253. It's bulky. It's got a battery side pouch, but clearly the battery doesn't work anymore. Doesn't turn on.
So I'm actually not even gonna try to I could tell for sure without even trying it that it doesn't work, the battery. Or I'd have to try it to find out.
Yeah, I mean, you'd assume the battery wouldn't work, but you've seen things like this before. I mean, it's a tape recorder.
Yeah. I actually not gonna do it. I'm trying to now get the rest of these jamokes kind of on the same page. So I'm gonna bring it to them, or wait
Sure.
for them to come in the room and show them this.
You're all with you now, so you probably
Yeah.
file in after Tony, and you see him behind the desk. He's holding a tape recorder in his hand.
There's it is a tape recorder right here. Hey Todd, get over here. You always got batteries on you.
Todd looks at the device, and after a few moments of analyzing it, he snaps his fingers and asks Margaret to hold the camera. Just shoves the camera in your face, basically, when I say asks.
And then
Right.
Tony says, you guys are still live streaming this? And Tony looks into the camera and says, nobody else come here. This place has nothing but death. Stay away.
Oh,
And
perfect.
then he forgets the camera exists.
Mm-hmm. Todd will take out some sort of adapter and start to work on the device and plug it in and basically charge it through one of his own, lithium batteries. And he'll play it. In it, you hear warp sounds, and he looks to you all, and he basically says, "Hmm?" Does he press
Alright,
the
yeah,
button?
hit play.
You want him to hit play?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, play it already.
He'll go to play it, and this is what you hear. I hope this works.
Sì, il sergente Bianchi è giù. Sono riuscito a trascinarlo dentro. Non so cosa c'è sulla pelle, si sta muovendo. Lui è morto. Non so cosa. Bisogna di raggiungere la barca. Basta lasciare il registratore, verrà cancellato comunque. Il colonnello Rossi ha insistito. Fanculo Rossi e il cazzo di DSS. Voi due abbiamo appena preso l'ultimo di loro. Il colonnello dice di fare i bagagli. Ci stiamo ritirando. Ha detto che la sua gente lo farà. Che diavolo è quello? Non mi crederesti se te lo dicessi. Prendi i tuoi culi, nessun tempo. Fuori prima che scenda la notte. Afferra i suoi piedi, non lo sto lasciando qui. No, ho detto di lasciar perdere quella fottuta cosa. Oddio, no, no.
And the last thing you hear is footsteps returning back. And in English, you hear a deep whisper close to the mic. And it says, "You are never leaving here, Zach. She betrayed you and the rest. Morning shall never come again." And that's where we're going to leave it. We will see you all next week. Ooh, what a game.
Oh my god. Annabelle understood none of that. Dasha understood snippets, and I'm terrified.
Well, we can't even recap right now. We have to end it on this high note. Thank you for watching. What a
The
stream.
emotions are nuts.
Thank you for watching with us. This has been a crazy game, and it's just going to get crazier. So tune in next week. Share this with your friends. Like the video. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. What are you doing if you haven't? And we'll see you on the tabletop. Have a great night, everybody.
Yeah.
Goodbye.